Back when I started working for myself, like in that pursuit of having a creative career in just being my own boss, doing my own thing, I never realized how much of a question it would be like, when is your day over? When are you done? When have you done enough? How do you stop working? How do you stop? How do you know? Does anybody know? Do you know? How do you stop? When is the day over? Normally by now I would be in the gym, or actually I'd be in the shower after running after the gym. We're skipping the gym today. There are reasons. I've gotten into a really good routine over the last few years of exercising regularly, getting to the gym a few times a week, running, and pretty much every time I go to the gym and then another 1 or 2 times outside of that. But occasionally, I think it's actually very helpful to throw that routine out the window. Not for long, not long enough that you fall out of the discipline, but definitely for a day or two at a time. So today I'm throwing out the routine partially because I still don't have protein and I want to make sure that I actually, can rebuild the muscles that I tear down when I'm working out. Kind of important. Nutrition, it's weird. It's become an actual element of my life. Part of it's also because I haven't had any time to get any real sit down and think time for a while. Like I need to sit just with my notebook, maybe my computer, put some thought into some things, just planning, thinking, that kind of stuff. And so I wanted to buy back some of my time by, just getting the morning started with some coffee and moving. And then of course it's still Monday, so I was gonna go to some old places today to verify and also get photos. And the places I wanted to go to are closed on Mondays. So we're at a new place again, this time open on a Monday. I've been wanting to come here for a while, so I'll give it a try. Okay, we got a good setup. The coffee's good, but there are limitations. Always limitations. Lunch is usually a time to clear out the laptop, so that's something to be aware of. Click, click. In productivity circles, there's this huge emphasis on routine, daily routines showing up, like morning routines, evening routines, how do I do my routine, all that kind of stuff. And I mean, there's a lot of value in having routines. I think that we need them, but there's no one size fits all. And for a while there, we actually blocked my calendar out. So we were following the routine setup, like the perfect calendar that our coach has written in his book. And he talks about all the time. And we were really trying it. I've tried to fit myself into a rigid calendar routine structure, like day by day, week by week, multiple times before. We tried it again this time. It sounded kind of cool and exciting, but it doesn't really work for the style of creativity that I need to express every day, especially when it comes to getting out into the city and exploring, seeing different things. My lifestyle doesn't really fit into a regular regimented routine, and that's okay. We recently nuked my calendar. It's over. There are certain things that we're keeping in there, but it became useless to me because it's not that I can't stick to a routine, it just doesn't fit with my lifestyle, especially not if I'm making a video today, which I am. All right, so there's this place that I haven't been in a while, pizza place that Google is saying might be closed. And that's one of those scary moments where you're like, is it? Could it be? Please don't be. Places are closing all the time around here. Even the place I just went, they've changed their entire menu in the way that they do drinks in the evening. They don't do drinks in the evening anymore. Staying on top of all this is the reason we got to go out and do some research on the ground. I don't want to go there for lunch today. Basically, I have a place I want to go buy protein that's not super far from there, so we're just taking a 5-10 minute detour to go check it out and then get the protein on the way. Well, I mean, they're definitely not open, but how closed are they? Is this permanent closed or temporary? Google says they're temporarily closed. It's disappointing. I guess I'll have to temporarily remove them from my guide and then we'll see what happens. Okay, now I'm also getting really hungry. It's nice to be able to make sure that it's not bulging before you buy it. For me, what I've found is that sometimes it's really important to assert my sense of freedom when it comes to my schedule, what I'm doing for the day. It's really important to have discipline. It's really important for me to have structure, but it also can become easy to make those your identity and to feel completely lost without them. And I think it's important to also keep some flexibility and be able to bob and weave and move with it. And for me, I don't really lack for discipline. I'm going to show up every day. I'm going to get my stuff done. But at the same time, I do need a little sense of structure. I do need to have an idea of what it is I need to get done today in order to switch off at the end of the day, to feel like, okay, I can take a break. Because when you're responsible for your own living, when you're responsible for other people's livings, that's a new thing too. You do want to make sure that you're actually showing up and getting something done. But when it's something, you want to make sure that it's something like what you actually need to be getting done. It's really easy to confuse being busy for being productive, and it's really easy to make yourself very busy when you're working for yourself and not really do anything that's going to move the needle. So taking the time to stop and ask yourself, today, what do I need to get done? A, to move a needle that matters, like actually move in the direction I want to go, whether that's in life or just for today. And then B, like define done so that you can actually stop at the end of the day, wind down, and then get back to living life the next day. Clack. These pot stickers, gyoza, whatever you want to call them. So good. Perfect. I'm in a Korean natural wine bar that I've always recommended for their wine. We've ended up here on a number of nights. I love it, but we always end up here after we've already eaten. Like, I've never come here for the food. That was clearly a mistake. This is juicy and delicious, and it's making my life so much better. I got the bibimbap. It's really good. Like a rice and beef and veggie bowl. I needed the vegetables. I really wanted to try the katsudon, and also there was, of course, fried chicken. I definitely want to try the fried chicken. I'll have to come back for that. The rest, so good. Good to know their food is as good as their wine. That spot is money. Thanks to Av Smith, today's patron producer, and all my patrons for sending me out to break up my structure a little bit for today and, get some other stuff done. Just gotta wing it sometimes. So for me, how do I know when to stop? Routine, schedule, these things are really helpful for maintaining your sanity, especially when you need to know what you're up to and when to stop. But I think there's a real temptation to make them the end-all be-all, like they will solve all your problems. And in reality, if we don't stop and think about what are we trying to accomplish, what am I trying to get done today, this week, this month, I might just keep working endlessly and never stop. I think it comes down to structure, whether that's a to-do list or like a daily non-negotiable, like things I know I need to get done every day. The nice thing about having things that you're going to get done every day is that once they're done, you're done. And obviously you have to be flexible. Life changes, things go nuts. You never know what's coming your way. So being able to switch it up, to accomplish whatever you have to push a little harder some days, needs to be accompanied by taking it easy on other days and taking a break. And if you don't have protein, maybe don't go to the gym until you do, because you've been hungry for the last 4 days. And the last thing you want to do is make that hunger worse. I'm still gonna get to the gym tonight though, that's still important. Flexibility and being comfortable with the uncertainty. It's good to have tools, structure, and discipline, but also, dude, life comes at you sideways sometimes and you just gotta take it as it comes. And also sometimes you just want to do something else, and that's okay too. It's good to do what you want from time to time. Casey counter.